name is Nicole Vedder. I'm a 10th grader that's enrolled in Somerset Arts Conservatory, and I'm doing the clinical specialty on pediatricians. I'm in the secondary division, and the chapter number is FL104. I spent many hours researching this interesting career and wrote my 10-page career portfolio on it. Pediatrics is a specialty that deals with the children in the health field and ensures the children growing up to become healthy and strong adults. Pediatricians fit into the health industry because they're responsible for helping the younger generation grow and see their full lives. Pediatrics is seen as a specialization of health on children, and they work to maintain that. They care for newborns, infants, toddlers, adolescents, and young adults by doing certain tasks. They see the health of children to try and prevent the problems that may show up in them before they happen, or successfully eradicate them if they take root in the children they are treating. They do so by performing routine yearly checkups. In these checkups, they do a list of things to make sure the child is doing well in their development as they grow older and they don't have any sickness. Even after the first checkup of the year, it's still possible for parents to go and ask the office if the pediatrician can make sure everything's all right if they ever have any concerns. Sometimes the issues can pop up more than once a year, and parents would like to do some follow-up. Pediatricians do 4 other general tasks other than routine checkups when examining, collecting data, and working to diagnose their patients. They do medical examinations, as I said before. They develop diagnoses, establish a treatment plan, are able to provide referrals to other specialists, and maintain patient records and history. They do all this while establishing a good relationships with the patients and parents to make sure there's good communication so they can collect data that helps them understand whether the patient is clear of any issues or if there's anything that needs to be taken care of. In the end, they do all this as effectively as possible. There are some particular characteristics that pair perfectly if you're trying to go into the job of pediatrics. Being observant. This is because picking up on details and looking at the child and their behavior can inform the doctor what the condition or their mental state is, and they end up using that to make their analysis. Being intelligent. This is for the reason that people with this job have to understand the science behind the health, how children work to diagnose a child and know what illness is what, and how it ends up manifesting. Being persistent and patient. When working with kids and children, easing questions to get them to respond is a necessary part of the job. This goes hand in hand with patience. Being tolerant with the kids despite the problems that may arise, like crying and knowing how to calm them down, or them being shy and knowing how to get them to talk back to you. Being a friendly and good communicator. How you get information from the child, the parent, and also doing so while maintaining smooth operating checkup can be done using these characteristics. My own attributes are actually something that are in line with the ones I stated before. I have those. I'm very observant and look at all things around me. I pick up things very quickly and use my intelligence for things I need to do. I'm a very outgoing, good-natured, and friendly person, and this works well when directed at children. I also have the communication aspect, which works with children and parents, and is a necessary part of the job. All of these attributes that I've listed that I have work well if I were to do this job, coupled with me wanting to bring the children as much care as I possibly can so they can remain healthy. When I choose to do something, I stick by it. And as a pediatrician that I interviewed also said, if you love the job and you love the work, it's always fulfilling when you get up to go to work the next day. And I agree. When working to be a pediatrician, there are some mandatory training a person must do in order to make strides to receive their official certification. You have to complete 4 years of college and obtain a bachelor's degree. You need to complete a 4-year medical degree and an accredited residency program of pediatricians that may last from 3 to 8 years. The American Medical Association views the job of a pediatrician as specialized medical field, as they deal with and care for the health of children. Once the students graduate from medical school, they have to go on to start their career. The last step they need to take before becoming an official pediatrician is passing a mandatory issued test by the American Board of Pediatrics to receive their certification. This test is the United States Medical Licensing Examination. There are some other pediatric organizations and opportunities to help you get their certification, or just in general, and these are shown. You have all of these. and all of these. This job has an estimated 29,740 pediatricians in the United States. As of now, the job occupational outlook is doing positively despite some of the things happening in the world. The average salary of a pediatrician is $204,839. And while this may not be as much compared to other doctors in different fields, I know that from my interactions with the interview with the doctor that it could still be fulfilling and a good amount of money to live by. This job is perfect for the individuals who love to put their time into seeing things flourish in children, and the requirements of studying and learning more about the medical field to help children maintain their health and watch them grow is something that is fulfilling for many people. Due to COVID restrictions, I wasn't able to job shadow the doctor. Despite this, my pediatrician still taught me how to perform the checkup on a newborn, as you can see here. There's a link below the video of me performing a simulated newborn checkup on a doll. And that concludes my projects.